What's good? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So I got a couple of broadcasts here for you guys and things like that. A couple of things I'm gonna present to you. First off, black men are scrutinizing Kamala Harris, and then we're gonna go down to the Mexican cartels are greenlighting uh deleting the border agents out here. This is crazy. This is wild. This is wild, but this is happening here. This is what's going on here. So we're gonna go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
I think they assume that we all stupid.
Why is she struggling with black men? I feel like her message is disingenuous. She's trying to pander to black people. Just tell us she has a lot of issues underneath her administration. Just be honest about it. Black men aren't a monolith. We vote based on policies too. We don't base on identity. And when she starts to realize that and not trying to play our identity up so much, she might do better.
Well, because a lot of her policies don't make sense. It just don't add up. As far as immigration, a lot of the things that her and Biden have done just don't make sense.
I feel like she coming back on some here I am now. Where was you 4 years ago, 3 years ago? You wasn't around. We just not seeing you pop up with a Megan Thee Stallion on the acting like we supposed to just like accept that. No, we can't.
Right. And then at the same time, though, too, you've been in office all the, you know what I'm saying, these 3 years, basically 3.5, things like that, and you've done nothing. You've came up with no true policies. You've done nothing for the vast amount of black people, especially the black men. And now they're wanting our vote. Now it's time to step up. Now it's time to do your due diligence as a black man out here and just,
What the French toast is there to think about?
Yeah, it's time now. Now it's time for everybody to come on over and talk to black men and see what they, not even see what they want. It's just time for y'all to step up and go ahead on and vote like y'all been doing the past 60-something odd years out here. Yeah, that's what it's time for.
Accept that. That ain't how it is. And then you vote for transgenders. I don't believe in it, but it is what it is, But you ain't help the black woman or the black man. To me, you just helping anybody that's in your party.
We recognize what Kamala Harris is doing right now.
I don't think black men can relate to Kamala in any way. Trump's a businessman. A lot of black men want to be entrepreneurs. They can relate to Trump in the way they want to make money. They want to have a business, and Trump is really supporting business owners and just the everyday American. I don't see Kamala doing that.
Not only that, you know what I'm saying, want to have ways to, of course, to provide, but also provide for families. This is what we do as men. We want to be able to help others, especially our own family and things like that. We want to be able to pass down generational wealth, legacy, all types of things. But, it's not going to be capable if we do not have our own stats and our own leadway in life as black men. We can no longer stay up under the tangibles of the way that the black community has been going as black men, or else we will perish. And a lot of black men are seeing this, and we are not willing to perish and things like that for everybody else's ideologies or everybody else's the things that they need when we're not getting anything at all. So it's coming to a point to where now, yes, we can no longer stand by and allow ourselves to be phased out instead of trying to help everybody else, but we're not getting anything at all. Let's keep going.
I think they assume that we all stupid. Yeah. They don't even really come out and campaign really in Detroit because they feel like they have our vote already.
We tired of everything that's going on in the last 4 years. Her policies, she have none. Keeping men out of women's restrooms and sports. American energy, keeping us out of wars. I can keep going.
That we are a monolith, and then they can give us government stipends and marijuana to make us happy. Isn't that what you said on that podcast? Yeah. So
I guess we're poor, right? Like as far as like if you're black, and you're supposed to be a Democrat, and you fall up under the low income, I guess, part of the slavery African American notion. But I know that Republicans used to be Democrats, back in the 40s and 50s before what it is today.
Now, to clear that up, what he said, though, yes, to be honest with you, black people used to be Republicans. We started off as Republicans right after slavery. Definitely doing slavery, a little bit at the end tail of slavery, things like that. You know what I'm saying? These are actual facts. Black people used to be Republicans, way more conservative, things like that. That's when we had our families intact. We was trying to build things right, doing Reconstruction, things like that. We were Republicans. Yeah, so everybody, see, the fact of the matter is that a lot of us in the black community today, we don't really know our history and things like that. We don't really know where we really come from as far as after slavery, right at the tail end of slavery up until now. We don't know the battles, the back and forths and things like that, what really happened. Also due to Jesus Christ, the civil rights movement and things like that. That's kind of when it turned Democrat to a degree. So yeah, this is where we're going. So we're kind of, history repeats itself. So now it's seeming like that, especially with most of the men in this generation here, they're slowly but surely reverting back to the Republicans, which, one of the parties that we helped to start as black men, as period, basically.
They think that they'll believe everything they say, and that's completely wrong, because there's plenty of black men here, young black men supporting Trump.
Oh, that comes from lack of understanding of what a black man is struggling. I work for the UAW. I work for Chrysler, Stellantis. So she hasn't done anything for us. And now that I see her, I'm looking at her like, where you at? And now you want to say, what you gonna do for the union workers? We middle class. He did a lot.
And she sat around there talking about, thank the union workers for 9 to 5. Thank the union workers for this. Okay, so you're saying, Kamala, thank the union workers, but you're not doing anything for the union workers. Now, also, too, you know what I'm saying? This is something that Anton Daniels speaks on very vividly about Stellantis and things like that. If you watch Anton Daniels and things like that, I follow Anton and, a few other content creators that are, huge in this YouTube space. But yeah, he speaks on it a lot. And he's talked to people that actually, he still knows that works for Chrysler and these other corporations that build our vehicles and things like that. And yeah, it's going down. They're trying to ship the jobs off to other places and building plants in Mexico and things like that. And that's going to take away from us. And I'm all about America first and America being selfish again.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Yes, America being selfish again.
You can't make this shit up.
For it the first time. So I'm expecting them to do the same thing this time. Last time, maybe situations that I thought that you was going to come through. You said, well, as a black woman, I thought you was going to be like, hey, I got the black man because he going to help the black family. But you ain't done none of that, so I don't know.
Listen, look, we got to understand here. And we got to face the facts about this situation. Kamala Harris is not black. She's not a black African American. She's not even African descent. She's actually Indian descent from the continent of India. Her people come from there. She's part India and she's part Irish. She's not a African American woman. She has no African American roots. She has no African roots. She has no roots that apply to us as Black American citizens and things like that. I don't care what they try to portray. I don't care the images that they try to spill. The shit just don't add up, because at the end of the day, it's not going to add up, because she's not that.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
She's not that. Sorry. But I'm not sorry. She's not that. She's not an African American woman. Okay. So we're going to go here now. We're going to check and see what's going on down here in Mexico. And they're trying to declare war on our border agents and things like that. So let's go here now. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
All right, right now, over 2,000 migrants are headed for the U.S.-Mexico border over fears they'll be denied entry under a second Trump presidency. And with those
And they would be, yes.
migrants making their way here, a new internal memo reportedly reveals Mexican cartels are giving members permission to, quote, shoot at U.S. Border Patrol agents. Irene Armendariz Jackson is a small business owner who in El Paso, whose husband is a retired border agent. And Irene joins us now. Irene, good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us. So it sounds like these migrants feel like their best chance of entering this country is under Kamala Harris, which is not what she's saying on the campaign trail. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I think they're wasting their time because I do believe that America has opened their eyes, especially the Latino community, the Hispanic community. We're tired of seeing these people come and abuse unfortunately, they're taking advantage of the situation, right, with the Biden-Harris administration. We're tired of spending money on them. Over $571 billion have been spent on these people. My parents immigrated to the United States legally. The Democrats keep talking about how our system is broken. Then answer me this question. How is it that millions of people have followed the process and now are legally here, including not only my parents, but my brother-in-law, who actually joined the military and received his citizenship when he was in Iran. Mm-hmm. So these people coming, I think they're just wasting their time because when Trump wins, they're going to be deported.
Yeah, we're going to get them up out of here.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
They got to go, okay?
But you old fish-eyed fool.
Yeah, I know.
You, Al Bundy, are a pig. I repeat, a pig.
Shut up! See, I don't give a rat's ass what you think.
Yep, they got to go.
Do you think that this new news, Irene, about this group of 2,000 migrants that are trying to get here under Biden-Harris, do you think that it could impact how people vote?
Oh, absolutely. I think the Democrats have done a great job of campaigning for the Trump administration because, like I said, especially the Hispanics here on the border, many of them who are immigrants themselves, legal immigrants, are tired of seeing this all the time in the news. Not only do we see it in the news, but we see it at every corner where they're begging for money because not all of them leave El Paso. Now, I do want to say that we've been warning America for over 5 years, letting them know that this was going to happen. Not only that they were going to go into the interior of the United States, but that we were going to see crimes being committed against Americans. And
see, now these are the things that's coming to light right now, okay? Right at the tail end of this election and things like that. This is the information that's coming to light that we're presenting to you in the broadcast right here on the bottom line. And the thing of this is yes, they probably were doing so and things like that. But, information like this doesn't travel as fast as the negative information. And what I mean by the negative information is what we seem to, they make it look like they try to make the negative information look positive, which is the illusion of the situation to where, yeah, we're trying to help these people and this and that. But see, though, you're not even helping the people in your own homeland at the moment. You know what I'm saying? You're giving $750 to people that are in a tornado destruction zone, hurricane, whatever. And things like this is disrespectful. Now we got people over here, they're getting word back to wherever they are down in below the border, saying that at the end of the day, they're listening to the stats, they're listening to the polls, they're listening and seeing what's going on here too about the election. They are listening to these things. They are trying to figure out who's going to win what. And they are actually rushing to the border because they know good and damn well that at the end of the day, obviously, they got the information that Trump is probably leading over here, and they're trying to get over here ASAP.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
But it's going to be all for naught. It's going to be all for naught because he's already declared the fact that, as soon as he get in there, it's going to be exportation, exodus on a mass scale like we haven't seen since Egypt out here. It's going to be an exodus. They're going to have to go. So, yeah, this is crazy out here, but it is what it is, though.
We've seen this recently, especially with the murders of at least 3 women.
Yeah, they certainly have, and their families will be forever impacted as a result of that.
Absolutely.
So there's this other issue, major issue here that I want to talk to you about. We're learning that the El Paso sector sent out a memo to its border agents, alerting them to the fact that cartel members have been given the green light to shoot and kill Border Patrol agents. U.S. law enforcement used to be considered off limits, but that has changed. This isn't a report or speculation. This memo is coming from inside Border Patrol itself. So what do you think about that?
Well, I think this shows Americans that Border Patrol has a very dangerous job. You know, my husband being in the Border Patrol for over 24 years, we were actually married and we had our 2 daughters when my husband went through the most rigorous academy in the federal agencies. And so, of course, this shows America that it is a very dangerous job. And I want to warn Americans that there is a documentary coming out where it portrays Border Patrol agents very negatively. And for all the Border Patrol spouses, men and women, I want you to know that you're not alone. We need to make sure that America understands that this is unacceptable. Of course, that they're going to give orders to shoot Border Patrol agents. There's no consequences. We have a lame
Right. This goes back to the situation that we had a couple of years back when Texas was stopping the situation, but they were sued by the government. You know what I'm saying? They were sued by Biden and them to stop, to not stop these illegal people to come in. Now here we go, right here. Now we're at a point of desperation with these cartels and these people coming over here. We're at a point of desperation with them. Technically, if you really want to look at this for pure facts, the Mexican cartels had declared war on our border agents. They've declared war on our border agents, and we cannot allow such things to go on like this. As American citizens, as people, taxpaying citizens, we cannot allow these individuals that protect us at the border right there to get slaughtered because they're doing the right thing for us. America's selfish again. I'm down for it.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
We can't allow this. They've declared, the Mexican cartels have just declared war on our border agents. Come on, people. It's time to get on it's time to be down for the land that you live in, the land that you pay taxes in, the land that you actually grew up in, the land that your ancestors grew up in. We are here. We need to do the right thing by us.
duck government that is not going to do anything about it. If they shoot and kill a Border Patrol agent, I can guarantee you that the Biden and Harris administration are not going to do anything. How do I know that? It's because we still have Americans that are missing in Gaza, and this government has done nothing to rescue them. So why would they stand for our Border Patrol agents?
Yeah, and Donald Trump says that a military response needs to be on the Border Patrol as because of this memo and this escalation. Irene Armendariz-Jackson, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, listen, look, I'm with it. I can't wait to see, you know what I'm saying, the protection of that border right there. Let's put some tanks down there. A couple of tanks, a couple of real troop MVs, maybe, of course, you know what I'm saying, some drones out there. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm Steve.
All right. So that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Shout out to this broadcast right here.
What the French toast is there to think about?
I had to bring this. Once this ran across my feed and things like that, this is tremendous right here. We have a huge issue. So now Mexican cartels are pushing the button. They're green lighting, offing our border agents, offing American citizens. They saying, screw y'all. We're going to do what we're going to do. This is how you're going to let us in. We're not taking no for an answer. And at the end of the day, though, they've just declared war. Mexican cartels have just declared war on the United States.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Real talk. Hold on.
You old fish-eyed fool.
This is despicable. This is a disgrace that we're dealing with a situation to where our border agents, our American citizens, can't even get the proper backing from our government to where they can protect us at all times. This is ridiculous. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.